and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I'm your boy, Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. Today we are celebrating a milestone in American craft brewing, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Is that gonna focus? Nope. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company is this year 40 years old, and they have put out a beer to celebrate their 40th anniversary called 40th Anniversary. It's their Hoppy Anniversary Ale. Cheers, Blake. TV watching live. There we go. This is a IPA in the West Coast style that Sierra Nevada beers are known for brewing. Again, 6%, 65 IBUs. The website, SierraNevada.com, says they're using two-row pale caramelized malts, acidulated, and oats for the malts. Hops are cluster. I just had some soup. Cluster, Cascade, and Centennial, and ale yeast. Had a little herb stuck in my mouth. So they say really fast and on the back of the bottle. So I will read the back of the bottle really fast. Hop-forward beers weren't popular when we started brewing in 1980, but we loved them, and we knew that if we were going to open a brewery, we'd better make something distinctive. It's been 40 years since then, and we're still brewing that. We're still brewing what we love. Apologize. This beer showcases the bold flavors and aromatics of a classic West Coast IPA, intense pine and citrus with a deep gold color and slight caramel sweetness. Here's to following your passion into the next 40 years. I can't read. This was packaged on 12/3/2019 in December, and it was a $9.99 six-pack. Good price. They had a release party for this beer, Sierra Nevada, I read online, on December 17th. They say it's bottle conditioned as well. But drink these things fresh and do that. Good thing. So how's everybody doing? How is Blake TV Live here on the chat? And how is Ronnie S? And Ronnie is living in Florida these days. And I am in southeastern Massachusetts. All right, people. There's a tiny bit left, but we'll get that in there eventually. Color is a nice deep gold. I would say in some light, it's got a very dark orangey color. And it is somewhat, no, it is. It is pretty hazy for what it is. I mean, look, there's the camera. Look at that haze. Haze for days on this one, almost like a New England style, but a little bit darker in the caramel and the that deep gold color. Deep gold color. With that nice bright white head and good carbonation. It smells awesome. I'll give you that. It's got West Coast hopping and influence and the maltiness in there, which is pine, orange, citrus, grapefruit, and I'm getting those toasty white bread notes along with your toffee and your caramel malts. So they're using oats in this one. This is the third bottle I've ever had, so I have a preconceived notion here, but they're using oats in here, so it should give it a nice fluffier style texture. And there's a little bit of the resinous dank hop. Not a whole bunch, but you can definitely tell that they're squeezing all they can out of the hops for this one. So, yeah, I'm celebrating you, Sierra Nevada. Great fucking work. 40 years? 1980 was already 40 years ago. Damn. Cheers to Ken Grossman, the founder of Sierra Nevada. And cheers to you all out there. 40th anniversary, Sierra Nevada. It's got a nice citrusy fruit forward character. It's almost a little jammy or like an apricot kind of a fruit forward in the sweetness category. Not overly sweet. Pretty dry. There's where it really dries. Yeah, those toasty white bready malts are all over the beer. Nice sweetness underneath. You're getting that caramel, like I mentioned, and you're getting the toffee maltiness to it. The bitterness ends in a piney, with a piney resinous flavor to it. I would say it's a straight up medium. I'd say it's a straight up medium bodied beer. It's very crisp without being too harsh in the bubbles. There's your bubbles. It's crisp, it's clean for the most part, and it is super refreshing. Yeah, definitely. 6% is generously hidden in there. They're doing things and they're blending the beer very well and generously enough where it's not a hot or boozy beer. I mean, 6%, really not supposed to be. I meant to say generally the flavor is not of the alcohol. And then I get the resin at the end before it dries. Not cottonmouth dry. It's not the biggest, boldest, in-your-face West Coast IPA, but this has the maltiness, and they use whole cone hops in a lot of their beers. So the whole cone of a hop, not breaking it up. They're not using nuggets, not using pellets. Well, they are using nuggets. They're not using pellets. Hop extract, that's not what they do at Sierra Nevada. They give you fucking beer. When it finishes, it is a little thin and watery. I'll give it that. But refreshment is the paramount thing that I want to stress on this one. It's got a good refreshment. And if you're looking for the West Coast style, this one ain't so bad. So I looked at this beer a little bit on a Bumpy Road Brewery review this past Monday. We were looking at West Coast IPAs, and I said that it was a little bit thin and watery for my liking. I don't know if it's just today, first beer of the day, if it's this is the third one I've opened from that 6-pack, and I'm getting a little bit more used to its flavors, but I gave it an 84, I think, on Monday. I'm going to bump this right up with Beer Advocate and call it an 89. Pretty good stuff. Untapped gave it a 3.78. I think a lot of people, and it isn't the world's most hoppy bitter beer. And I think that's the problem is that there are a lot of people that seem to think that this beer isn't hoppy enough for whose standards? Hopheads and beer nerds, I guess. This tastes classically Sierra Nevada, and they do stuff with that flavor and that pininess and that caramel maltiness. It is sort of a fluffier beer, which kind of reminds me, in the mouthfeel at least, of the New England style with the of IPAs with the oats in there. So I mean, 89. It is not the world's biggest, boldest IPA, and nor do you want that all the time. But that I kind of wish there was a little bit more heft in the body for my liking, and more hops to go in with this, or different varieties, or I don't know, maybe just a higher concentration of them to give me a higher IBU and bitterness rating. I think they went really, really, really safe for their beer without offending the average kind of a beer drinker that might drink something like this. And I also think that this will be a good introduction to IPAs, into the West Coast style, especially if you've never had either or. And again, at $9.99 a 6-pack, not a bad deal. Only a month, a little month and 3 weeks old. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks old. Why not? So yeah, 89 out of 100 for Sierra Nevada's 40th Hoppy Anniversary Ale. Way to go, people. 40 years is no joke. And I still can't believe 1980 was 40 years ago. I say cheers to Blake TV, to Ronnie S., to newcomer onto the chat, CS 1992. If any of you have had that are watching now or will be watching the replay, if anybody's had the 40th anniversary from Sierra Nevada, their Hoppy Anniversary Ale, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of West Coast style IPAs and pale ales, and let me know what you think of Sierra Nevada. Do you think 40 years is pretty good? Do you think Sierra Nevada is considered a craft brewery due to the size and production and distribution? Let's start a chat. So until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We'll see you soon.